co-parenting.
Yeah.
How are you managing parenting in this kind of quarantine situation?
Oh, well, we've got it. You know, my ex-wife Mandy and I, we have a different and I think a very special situation than a lot of people that co-parent.
Yeah.
And our daughter's 17, so it's also different than if she were, 5.
Right.
For the entire duration of her life, we have co-parented as best friends. We've also lived like 7 minutes away from each other at the most.
Mm-hmm.
So, and like right now, we live virtually next door to each other. So our quarantine.
Wait, really?
Yeah. So our quarantining is a little different. We quarantine between both of our homes, and I've got a big backyard and lots of land. So we both share this land and this space. So Mandy, her boyfriend Jason, my daughter Miley, we are a family. So we're like this new nuclear family, which is why I'm inspired to do shows like Comedy IQ and partner with networks like BYU TV, because family is everything to me. So moments like this bring you closer. So we've been doing TikToks, we've been playing board games, playing spades, hearts. We've been in my studio writing songs together and freestyling, walking the dogs up the canyon, up the street.
Yeah,
it's an amazing time for family because it's kind of like a timeout.
Yeah, at the time and a time in to each other.
Amen.
Yeah. That's a pretty swell deal, brother. Yeah. Okay, so we got some rapid fire for you.
Yeah.
And I thought you. Something told me that you would be having an interesting word on that, so I wanted to make sure that we got that in.
Oh, thanks.
But okay, so we got this rapid fire quarantine edition. You ready?
I'm ready.
What is the exact number of toilet paper rolls you have left?
To be honest, this is going to sound like I don't know, because
everyone knows, Wayne. Everyone knows.
No, I'm telling you why I'm not specifically sure, because my grandmother, who is not watching this because she's in Orlando right now, but my folks are island folks from St. Thomas. What my mom taught me growing up is she never said doomsday prepping, but like in the cabinet, we always had 50 toothbrushes. Like you could put your hands, it's like, Mom, why do we have all these toothbrushes? Why do we have 2 closets of towels? Why can't I get to some? Why do you have all these boxes of flakes? And as a kid, I used to get irritated because it made me feel like, man, my mom's weird. But that was instilled in me. So I always buy toothbrush, toothpaste, all of the sanitary stuff, toilet paper, and just have like a stockpile. So I have a closet where I've got a bunch of, the big 36 pack, which I bought like 6 months ago. So when this happened, I went, oh my God, my grandmama's right, and I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. This is great. So there's a reason why I bought tons of pork and beans and toilet paper, because you need one if you're gonna eat the other. Hallelujah.
There it is. The Masked Singer, that had to have been one crazy ride.
Oh yeah, it was crazy from. The show itself is crazy. You have people competing in masks, singing songs and whatnot. But I think just even personally it was such a treat to be able to take that journey and have that secret and live that double life for a little while, because while I was shooting that, I was still doing my road shows, and I was doing Let's Make a Deal, and so to be able to go into Let's Make a Deal and then do that, and folks are asking what I'm doing, and I can't
right.
Everybody, it was a whole thing.
Everybody was trying to and it's got to be quite an experience to also, like you said, that kind of double life, to know that you not only are on the show, but you know that you won.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Trust me. When you win something, that kind of helps you sleep well at night. It's like, oh, I'm gonna sleep real well.
Exactly. What was the hardest part of that experience? We talked to T-Pain also about like the for him, it was literally the difficulty of singing and performing in the mask.
Right.
He didn't expect it to be, he was like, we couldn't see anything. I don't know how they're going to do the masked dancer.
Yeah, we'll see about that one. The hardest part for me, I think, really was the physicality of it. But I had a leg up on everybody because
Right.
when I was a teenager, I worked at Walt Disney World as a character. I was Goofy and Tigger, and so especially the Tigger outfit was exactly like wearing the Fox outfit with the head and the line of visibility.
Right.
And it was this belt wrapped around your midsection attached to this PVC pipe, which is the Tigger tail, and the Tigger outfit fit skin tight. So I remembered that. So I was like, okay, this is what I've got to do to maintain my breath when I sing and dance in this, because this is definitely different because it was tight. And, and then you have to try to sing as you're even moving, and even just take dancing out of the equation. Even just the act of walking with a thing in front of your face like this, and stage lights, and it was a whole unique experience. But I think that I already had dealt with it on some level, so so I was cool. I was really cool.
You're like, I can make this happen. Tell me though, when you're on stage and you're hearing some of the judges throw out some of the most outrageous combinations of who they think could be under the Fox costume, at any point, tell me honestly, at any point were you like, I am Wayne Brady, what the heck is going on here?
Actually, I was very lucky because the people that they threw out across, for the most part, like really, I can't think of anyone off the top of my head. They all were throwing out like singers. So that made me happy because it's like, okay, cool. I think at one point they threw out someone like AJ McClain from Backstreet, and I was like, okay, you're on crack. But I don't sound like AJ McClain, because it's like someone saying that I'm you. No, if I'm not you, I'm not you. And my voice is not like AJ's voice. If you listen to me sing on anything, my voice is not like AJ's voice. I think at some point they were just throwing out names.
Just we don't. Somebody.
It's like these are letters, and I'm gonna say them. And so it's like, okay, well, really, like when they're throwing out names like that, then they're just fishing. It was later on in the competition that they began to narrow things down, that they were like, okay, and they were throwing names like Tyrese which is like cool because Tyrese is an R&B singer, so that's closer to my voice. It's cool, but it's still not me. And then of course the Jamie Foxx thing, who I am a Jamie Foxx fan.
I mean, day one.
I rocked with Jamie when Jamie had Peep This, which was a record that he released when he was doing In Living Color.
In Living Color, when he was Wanda.
It's all perception. That's why people weren't buying Jamie Foxx records when he was Wanda, because people can be small-minded. They go, well, that's not the... Jamie Foxx has been a musical beast forever. The cat can play. The cat.
Since his grandma sat him down at that piano.
Dude,
brother, you come on now.
I love that cat. So that was a big compliment to me. But I also was like, okay, you'll see, which is why I did like Blame It, because I wanted to give them a little taste. And I'm like, do you still think it's Jamie?
Right.
I still think it's Jamie, but man, I had the best time. I
said it from at the start of this thing. You just continue to level up. You continue to expand, and now with Wayne Brady's comedy IQ, you're bringing a kind of competition aspect to stand-up. My question to you though is, do you teach someone to be funny?
Yes, because unlike what you just said, it's not stand-up. Really, this show kind of mimics my path from being a teenager who started acting at 16 and doing musical theater and then along the way, stumbling into improvisation, learning learning the form, learning this craft. So obviously I had a natural propensity to do it. Otherwise I couldn't have done it. So you take someone who has certain gifts, singer, dancer, actor, this thing, and then you can teach them improv games. You can teach them the background of sketch, teach them the form. They become good at it because it's a thing that they have. And then they lay the things that they already do on top of that funny. So I can't teach you to be funny if it's not in your head and in your soul,
Somewhere.
but I can teach you the form. Like I can teach you how to walk on stage and say certain things and get to a certain point. So in this competition show, we auditioned hundreds of kids from all over the US, and we gave them a shot to come on the show, bring the natural gifts they had, whether it was singing, dancing, acting, those things, if they thought that they were funny. Some people thought they were funny in some cases and weren't rather funny, but then and then teaching the ones who were funny, but weren't necessarily gifted in the areas of singing, dancing, or acting. So this is my journey. This isn't someone else. Like if there was a stand-up that did their own competition show, they would do a stand-up thing and teach you how to do that. I'm teaching them how to be a well-rounded, funny performer at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Did all of these gifts. So we went to Second City. They performed at Second City. They performed at Upright Citizens Brigade. We had Sinbad teach them stand-up. We had we did comedy sports with them, which was competitive improv. I had my buddy Colin Mockery come on the show. It's a really great peek behind the curtain of the skills that you need to get to the point of being able to do that. Because of Instagram and social media, people do a video and a sketch and they're like, oh, I'm funny.
I'm funny. Yeah, look at my comments. Look at my comments.
Yeah, look, man, these people like me. But my question is, are you actually good? And that's what BYU TV, which BYU TV, they are such an amazing partner because they want to do family programming, and that's what their whole thing is about. And this show is a show designed to uplift these kids, to let me mentor and give them this light, and then to share that with them. And so hats off to BYU. So
how do you, if you see a kid, right? Or maybe even an adult, and they're like, I'm funny. And you're like, are you though? How do you break that news to them?
Well, on this show, our main point as producers and creators, myself, my partner Mandy, that helped to create the show, Intuitive, and BYU, we said it's not one of those shows where it's not a negative reality show where there was no Simon, you know, in the sense of, I love Simon because Simon kept it real, but TV had to kind of crush dreams. I was honest with them. When someone would do something, I go, hey, you know what? That isn't funny to me. That doesn't mean it's not funny to you or someone else, but that's not funny to me. So the fact that this is my show, I'm going to be honest with you, but here's what I'll do. I'm going to give you constructive criticism on how to go back and do that thing that you just did and that idea. Let's work with it to see if we can actually make it funny, so I can show you the road to it, instead of just going, oh, you suck, and then just clamping down on it. Because that's what this show is about, uplifting and giving talent a shot.
How often are you out somewhere and someone walks up to you like, I got a joke, or, oh, I'm funny too, or like, I imagine it happens to you all the time?
It happens a lot, but what I tell people is, you know, depending on what I'm doing, I'm pretty easygoing, and I'll say, you know what, sure, say your joke. And
wait, I can see you right now at dinner like, yeah, this is a perfect time. Let's hear it.
Because sometimes it's a lose-lose. Even if you're in the middle of whatever your personal thing is, someone will recognize that. But maybe some people have boundary issues. And if you say, no, my man, I'm sorry, I've got to finish eating, the story that ends up coming back is, he's a jerk and he wouldn't listen to my knock-knock joke. So if I have a chance, I will always listen to somebody. So 9.5 times out of 10, I listen. And it's not really funny because, but I don't even say that in a bad way. Well, you know what I mean? It's like
right.
Going to a football game, and because I'm good in my flag football league, or somebody's told me Wayne's got hands,
right?
I'm gonna go on and go, hey, watch this, guys. Let's play a scrimmage game. No, these dudes trained their entire life for it. I'm just, I'm gonna let them do their thing.
Yeah.
But I try to never break someone down, because dreams are dreams. And sometimes maybe you weren't funny on Tuesday, but if you put in the work, by next week, you can be funnier than you were the week before.
True that.